My name is Taya.
And I'm Marco.
This is our first 2016 through 2017 Lauffer Student News.
Let's go to Lizelle with our first interview. She spoke with the school's new principal, Mr. Luedemann.
Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Lisa and I'm here giving Mr. Luedemann a interview. So the first question is, why did you choose Lauffer and what was your first impression?
I chose Lauffer. I'd actually been at the high school for a number of years, high school level. I was a principal at Iowa Free High School in Avondale. And I have a young family. My kids are 7, 5, and 1. And with all of the stuff that goes on at a high school, it was just too much time away from family. I started teaching. My first teaching job was in elementary school, and then I taught middle school. And I really wanted to get back to kind of where I began. Lauffer had an excellent reputation as an avid demonstration school. The couple of folks that I knew from the district, and I called and talked with them that they knew about Lauffer. Everybody had very positive things to say about the school, about the kids, about the staff, the families, and it just felt like a really good place to be. Felt like a good fit. And then I met with Superintendent Holmes, and we had a couple conversations, and I felt like the way we felt about education, and he and I, and what was important aligned very nicely. And so that's important because I want to be able to do good things here at Lauffer and help you guys have better experience and learn. And I think that the way we go about that are very similar, Mr. Holmes and I. So all in all, it just kind of all fit together. Everything was nice. It's sometimes looking for a job is like a puzzle piece. You got to make everything, find how they fit best. And Lauffer was a good fit.
And who are your role models? Why did you become a principal? Was it influenced by your role models?
My role model, one of my biggest role models was my grandfather. I grew up with my grandfather, and he was a rancher, and he'd been in the military previous to that. Just very solid and steady. He didn't talk a lot, he listened. He used to say, you got 2 of these and only 1 of those because you should listen twice as much as you talk. And he was very thoughtful in a lot of the things I aspire to be like my grandfather was. Very, very smart man, and did a lot of things right because he paid attention to little stuff. Details make a difference. And the other person I can say it was definitely a role model was the principal I had at Sierra Linda High School when I was teaching and wound up getting into administration. His name is Tim Madrid. He's still the principal at Sierra Linda High School. And he was just a great role model from an administrative standpoint. When I got into education, I had no intention of becoming a principal. I just wanted to teach and coach and have a good time and enjoy being with kids. And when I was at Sierra Linda and I was working with Mr. Madrid, he was the first one who really kind of started pushing on me like, hey, listen, you can help more kids. We need you out of the classroom. We need you to do this and that. And I started doing some projects with him, and one thing led to another. And I never intended to do this in a lot of ways. The thing that's fun about it, though, is you get to do things on a school-wide basis as opposed to in a classroom. And so I do feel like when we work on projects, we do initiatives, that it affects more kids in a positive way. So that's a big reason.
So what was your education before, during, and after college?
Before college, I grew up in Los Alamos, New Mexico, went to Los Alamos Public Schools. I graduated from there and went down to the New Mexico State University, where I got my bachelor's degree in education, elementary education, and a minor in lit. And then started teaching. Did that for, maybe 5-6 years, maybe something even more, maybe. And then wound up going up to Northern Arizona University and getting my master's degree in educational leadership. It was another year after that I continued teaching, and then over at Sierra Linda High School I actually moved into being an assistant principal, and I did that, and then kind of bounced around different positions from administration since then. But really that's pretty straightforward. I was a public school kid, and I had good teachers along the way. I feel very fortunate to have grown up where I did, and that's one of those things that I think Lauffer has to offer for the community, is that when you provide high quality education, that next level of learning isn't such a big transition. And I really felt that when I graduated high school and went to college. I remember thinking, wow, this is pretty easy. And there were a lot of people that I grew up with who didn't have as good an education as I did, because they were from a small town where the school maybe wasn't very good or this or that, and they really struggled in college because it was a big difference. And so that's one of those things that I think is important, is that we prepare you for that next level.
What sports and activities are you interested in?
Oh, well, football, obviously. I'm helping coach the football team right now, so that's cool. That's another thing I really like about being here at the high school. You can't do that. So it's a lot of fun to be out there with the guys and playing football and coaching and stuff. Baseball, I really enjoy baseball a lot. Any of the sports, any of the clubs, activities, I'm excited to see what the 21st century programs get started and what they're going to offer, because I understand they're different every year. I hear the cooking club's really cool, so I might have to go check out I definitely like to eat, so I'll have to go try out what they're making. Basically, I'm a proponent, and I think it's really important to have as many venues as possible, as many opportunities for kids to get involved. I tell kids and teachers and everybody else that listen that I got an education almost in spite of myself. I was interested in playing football, and I got an education while I was there, because had it not been for that, I don't know that I would have shown up all the time. I wasn't really excited about school when I was a kid. I was excited about sports, and sports were at school, so I went to school. And I think there's a lot of kids like that. I don't think that I'm different, so I think we need to provide those opportunities for those connections to take place.
And the last question is, what events are you planning for Lauffer?
Well, one of the big events that I'm really excited about, Miss Kraft, is working with our PBIS group and our advisory committee, and we're looking at doing some more celebrations. So we're going to be doing some quarterly celebrations for students' academics, perfect attendance, kids that are taking care of their academics the way they're supposed to. We're going to be recognizing those things. Coming from a background as an athlete and a coach, I think we celebrate sports pretty well. When we win, we celebrate during the announcements. But when somebody scores really well on a test, we don't necessarily celebrate the same way, and we should, because it matters more than the football game. It matters more than the volleyball game. And I don't think we've done a good enough job of that, of celebrating our academic successes individually. And so we're going to be having academic awards nights coming up. They are going to be at night, so your parents can be there, which is really cool. I'm excited about that, because not only is it important for you to be recognized, it's important for them that you be recognized. And so we'll be notifying folks kind of once those details get firmed up and get sent out. But we're going to be doing that each quarter to make sure that we're recognizing the students for doing the things they're supposed to do and doing it well.
Thank you. This has been an interview with Mr. Luedemann. Back to the studio.
Thank you for the interview, Lizelle.
Now on to our next interview with our newest 5th graders, Ahmed.
Hi, I'm Maribel, and today I'm here with
Ahmed Yusuf,
What grade are you in?
5th grade.
How was the transition from elementary school to middle school?
It was pretty good.
Is middle school challenging?
A little.
What is harder the most for you?
Reading,
Why?
because I hate reading.
Where did you go to elementary school before you came to Lauffer?
I went to Miller.
Miller? How was Miller?
Miller was good.
That's good. Were you scared to go to Lauffer?
A little, but now I'm excited.
You are? You met all kinds of new people?
Yep.
Nice. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, bye. Up next, we have Sylvia interviewing one of our newest 5th graders. Take it away, Sylvia.
Hi, I'm Sylvia, and I'm here with Lauffer Student News, and I'm here with
Genesis.
Hi, Genesis. Was it hard to move here to Lauffer?
No, it was easy, but at first I was a little scared because you guys are bigger, but now I know that the teachers would help us if something happens to us.
What are some things you like about Craycraft and Lauffer?
The things that I like about Craycraft are that there's water day and there's parties every holidays. And what I like about Lauffer is that we don't have to stay in the same classes for the rest of the day. We get breaks a lot, and there's cooking classes, and I've always wanted to enter cooking class.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 5th.
Do you like the fact that you're moving here to a middle school?
Yes, I like it because next year in 6th grade, we're gonna know everything because we came to school.
What are some goals you have for this school year?
My goals are to get straight A's, be the 3, and most of us to stay focused and on task.
That's good. Thank you, Genesis, and this was Lauffer Student News.
Now we will go off to Lauffer Star teacher Mr. Powell, interviewed by Dylan. Off to Mr. Powell's room.
Hi, this is Dylan, and I'm here to interview the Star Teacher Award winner, Mr. Powell. Hi, how do you like having this award?
I think it's excellent. I'm really proud to have won the awards. However, there's a lot of amazing teachers here, so I do feel special.
I hear you're the supervisor for the Lego Robotics Club.
Yeah, we do Lego Robotics. It's Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays after school.
What are you guys doing there?
We build robots that play soccer with one another.
What do you teach here at Lauffer?
I teach 8th grade math as well as algebra.
That's very interesting. What's your favorite thing here at Lauffer?
I really enjoy all the students here and all the great people that I get to interact with every day.
Good, thank you.
Next up on Lauffer Student News, we have Noemi interviewing Mr. Denson, who recently received the Pride of Sunnyside Award for Lauffer.
Take it away, Noemi. Hi, this is Noemi from Lauffer Student News, and I'm here with
Mr. Denson.
Hi, Mr. Denson. How long have you worked here?
I started at Lauffer December 2013, so this December will be 3 years.
Do you like working at the school?
I do. I really enjoy working with young people.
How do you help the students?
Well, Lauffer is a one-to-one school, and that means that every student has a laptop device. So my primary responsibility is to make sure those devices stay functional. Sometimes Chromebooks develop problems, so what I try to do is whenever a student comes up with a problem, I try to resolve it as quickly as possible. And in addition to that, I'm also Mr. Lesson's backup. So whenever Mr. Lesson's teaching a class or he gets a little bit overwhelmed, I help him with library checkout and other duties that the library needs to, like shelving books and whatnot.
Is it the same with the teachers?
I do whatever I can to support teachers. Kind of my motto is, if I do my job right, the teachers will have less of a burden. And so we've got lots of library aids. We can make copies for teachers. We can do whatever we need to do, help them check out classroom sets or books for their students, whatever we can do to help teachers lessen their burden.
How does it feel to be chosen as Lauffer's Pride of Sunnyside?
That was amazing. There's so many people here at Lauffer that were worthy of that award. And just to be honest, it's very humbling to have your fellow co-workers trust you enough and believe in you enough to give you that award. So it was an incredible honor.
This is Noemi from Lauffer Student News.
We recently had our first school dance. It was a huge success and we are planning on having more.
Now to Brian to show all excitement from the dance.
You can get these awesome lights that you put on your fingers.
All right, show us your favorite dance move.
It's either I like to whip it and hit the quad.
Where do you get those cool lights from? Where do you get those cool lights from?
There's this little store where you can buy them.
What do you think about